Imagine this. What if one of humanity's oldest maps didn't originate from Europe or the Middle East, but from prehistoric India? What if a monkey king, on a quest to rescue a kidnapped queen, described lands stretching from the Andes to the Alps, from the North Pole to the South Pole? What's astonishing is that these descriptions eerily align with modern satellite data and ancient maps preserved to this day. This is not just a myth. This is Sugriva's Atlas, a nearly forgotten chapter of the Ramayana epic. Welcome to LogicRelic, where we shed light on the grand mysteries of human history together. Chapter 1. The Forgotten Map in the Ramayana. Scholar Nilesh Oak has devoted years to studying the ancient verses of the Ramayana. His findings are not just intriguing, but challenge how we view the past. What was considered myth may actually be geographical memory from a distant ice age. These verses, recorded in Sanskrit and passed down through generations orally, are now corroborated by modern astronomical and archaeological data. In his Decoding, Oak uncovered over 600 astronomical clues hidden within the Ramayana. Based on these, he calculated the text's timeline to around 12,290 BCE. When inputting data about planetary positions, lunar cycles, and solstices into astronomical software, the results were astonishing. The sky described in the Ramayana perfectly matches the sky from 14,000 years ago. A striking example, the text states the winter solstice was in the Pushya constellation. Today, due to the precession of Earth's axis, it has shifted to the Mula constellation. Yet, scientific simulations show that around 12,000 BCE, the winter solstice was indeed in Pushya, exactly as the Ramayana records. Accepting this timeline, the ancient world comes into focus. Sea levels 120 meters lower, Sri Lanka connected to India, the Southeast Asian islands forming the vast Sundaland continent, and Northern Europe and North America blanketed in ice. If any civilization existed, they likely lived along the equator or on coastlines now submerged beneath the sea. What's staggering is that Sugriva's expeditions in the Ramayana described these lands with astonishing detail. In modern times, reconstructing the sky from 14,000 years ago requires astronomical software, powerful computers, and thousands of data points. Yet, Oak's discoveries suggest that ancient humans had the ability to record and convey the intricate movements of the cosmos. This forces us to ask, is modern science truly pioneering, or is it merely retracing paths ancient wisdom already charted? If the Ramayana indeed preserves geographical memories from the Ice Age, how many other secrets lie dormant in our myths? Chapter 2. The East-West-South-North Journey. From the outset, what Sugriva describes in the Ramayana is not mere poetry. When cross-referenced with ancient maps, archaeology, and modern data, many details become astonishingly vivid. Modern science, with satellites and ice-penetrating radar, seems to merely confirm descriptions written thousands of years ago. Are we reading an epic tale or a global geographical journal? East, a mysterious mark in Peru. The Eastern expedition crossed Southeast Asia, venturing into the Pacific. Sugriva mentions Swarna Dwipa and Rupio Dwipa, islands rich in gold and silver, often linked by scholars to Sumatra and Java. But their journey didn't end there. They crossed the vast ocean and saw a mountain carved with a giant trident. This is the Paracas Candelabra in Peru, a colossal symbol nearly 180 meters tall, visible from 20 kilometers offshore. No one knows who carved it or why it appears in Indian mythology. According to legend, Indra placed this symbol to mark the eastern boundary of the known world. South, the dead land of Yamapuri. Sugriva warns of Yamapuri, a dark, freezing, lifeless realm. This imagery directly evokes Antarctica. In fact, ancient maps like Pyri Reis, 1513, and Orontius Phineas depicted rivers and mountains in this icy continent. Details only confirmed centuries later by satellite imagery. Today, glaciologists have discovered ancient rivers and lakes beneath thick ice. If this is merely a myth, how could ancient Indians envision it so accurately? Did they inherit a collective memory from a prehistoric civilization that knew of Antarctica before it was covered in eternal ice? West, from Babylon to the Alps. The Western expedition crossed Central Asia and the Middle East. Sugriva mentions the Suleiman Range in Pakistan, the Taz Range in Turkey, and a dazzling golden city reminiscent of Babylon. They eventually reached a sunset mountain, identified by Oak as the Alps. Here, another curious symbol appears, a golden palm with 10 heads, as if mirroring the trident in Peru, marking the symmetrical extremes of the world. North, eternal light. Sugriva vividly describes the Himalayas, Mount Kailash, and Lake Manasarovar. He also mentions a river flowing north from a mountain lake, matching the Angara River from Lake Baikal. Remarkably, Sugriva describes a sky glowing without sun or moon, with dancing lights in the air and days without dawn or dusk. These are unmistakable references to the aurora borealis and polar day-night cycles, observable only at the Arctic Circle. He warns, do not go beyond Utarakuru. No creature can survive there. This aligns eerily with the Ice Age glacier boundary around the 40th latitude. Could Sugriva have truly led his armies to the ends of the earth, or are we facing a global memory mythologized in the Ramayana? Chapter 3. Memory or Myth. What enables an ancient epic to describe the world with accuracy that modern science can only now verify? Is the Ramayana merely mythological literature, or a repository of geographical knowledge from a lost civilization? Sugriva once told Rama with a brief but provocative statement, I have traveled the entire earth. This claim is not just metaphorical. It suggests a bold idea. Prehistoric humans may have possessed global awareness. He even called the world a mandala, a sphere, long before Columbus sailed, before Galileo faced the Inquisition, and even before Greek geometry. This forces us to consider, was the concept of a spherical Earth not a modern invention, but a recollection of knowledge that existed millennia earlier? The shock here lies not only in the alignment of astronomical or geographical details. It's in this, modern science, with its telescopes, satellites, and supercomputers, is bowing to confirm details recorded in an ancient epic. This doesn't make the Ramayana a scientific textbook, but it reminds us that ancient wisdom may hold fragments of collective memory far beyond ordinary understanding. From the astronomical clues in the Ramayana to Sugriva's four-directional journeys and the mystery of timeless knowledge, we see a strange picture. What modern science is only now decoding seems to have been preserved in ancient memory tens of thousands of years ago. Sugriva's atlas, therefore, is not just a myth. It may be a reminder that our ancestors' wisdom was far from obscure. It may even surpass what we imagine. At the intersection of science and myth, the greatest question remains, is this geographical memory from a lost civilization, or merely the poetic language of ancient humans? Thank you for joining LogicRelic, where we listen to the echoes of the past to uncover the truth behind humanity's greatest myths. If you found this journey fascinating, don't forget to subscribe and share so we can have more companions on this path of historical exploration. Your support is the greatest motivation for LogicRelic to keep searching and decoding humanity's mysteries. See you in the next journey.